Welcome to the Food Lion Kitchen. Of course, we're about to get into a mess of green happiness, mess of greens Italian style, with my very favorite, the chef here with me today, Brian Adornetto. So you are going to walk us through how to make a mess of greens, but Italian style.
Italian style.
And there's a special reason for this, right?
There is. Well, first, we want to get our pan nice and hot, right?
Okay, nice and hot.
We're going to add a little bit of oil.
A little bit of oil.
Just a little bit. We're going to be browning up some sausage, so we only need maybe a tablespoon and a half. So we've got that going. We've got some ground sausage that we're going to add in. That's why we don't need to start off with very much oil, because we're going to render out the fat in the sausage, and that's going to also help us, when we saute the rest of the guys.
So you're going to mix it all up in there.
So we're going to do, we want to kind of break it up. We want it nice and brown, and we want to render out that fat, because we don't want to add any more fat to it. We want to saute our garlic and onions right in the fat from the sausage. Layer the flavors and get all of that stuff in there. Now we're ready to add some onions, so we're going to start building the flavors even further. So if you wouldn't mind, could you just dump all of that onion right in there?
Okay, so we got to go onion first, all the way in?
All the way in.
Okay, if you're going to go,
we're going to go all the way. That's it.
That's right.
So that's only about a quarter of an onion. You want it nice and brown. It's flavor, and it's also texture. You get those little crunchy bits in there as you're eating. Takes it over the top. That goes from good to great.
Good to great. OTT, over the top. Here we go.
Over the top. All right. So again, now we've got our onions in there. We're just going to kind of sweat those out in some of that little sausage grease that's in there until they get translucent, start letting out the flavors. Maybe another 5-6 minutes, something like that. Then we're going to add the garlic. So this is about as far as we want to take the onions for now. So now we're ready for the garlic.
Garlic.
So we're going to add all of that garlic in.
All right. Oh, yeah,
we'll help it along a little bit. There we go. All right. So we're going to give that a quick stir up.
And you can really smell all the flavors.
A few seconds. Once you start smelling the garlic, you're ready to move on, right?
Okay.
You do not want to brown or burn the garlic in any which way. Start turning it bitter, right?
Okay.
We are good to go. This is smelling delicious.
Just a little bit in there, some time, boom. Now what do we do?
Now we're going to start adding our greens, right? So we have some escarole, and we have some curly endive, right? Or chicory.
Okay.
Right?
And we just put that right on top.
We're going right in here with this stuff. We're going to load it in, because as you know, right? Greens, they cook down. You got to start with a lot. So we actually only have, believe it or not, this is only 2 heads. Wow. 1 head of escarole, 1 head of chicory.
All right, so this is our mess of greens.
So that's it, a mess of greens. So can we add about half of that wine?
Half of the wine.
So we've got about half of the greens, maybe a little bit more. We're going to add about half of the wine, give or take, right?
Okay.
And then
about half?
a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. Maybe a smidge
more?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Is that
yeah, that's good. You
sizzle
now?
Sizzle. Okay, I got the sizzle going.
So we've got that going, so we know what's in there. And then we're just going to kind of stir it up a little bit, right? We have all of that sausage on the bottom. We're going to cook these down and steam them and kind of get them working a little bit, right?
And you just kind of move them around with the tongs.
I'm just going to move them around a little bit in the beginning. Again, just because that sausage I know is all on the bottom.
So I want to get some of
that's it. I'm trying to pick up that sausage with it, bring that to the top, get the greens down into where the garlic and the onions and the wine is, right? You can kind of smell that kind of cooking out now.
I'm smelling that flavor.
And that's it. So we're going to cook this down for maybe 8 or so minutes.
Okay.
Right? We're going to put the lid on it. We're going to let it do its thing, let it cook down so that we can add the rest of the greens in a few minutes. So we've cooked this down quite a bit, right? Like by probably 2/3 of the way this is cooked down, right? We're piled way up here. Greens are going to do that, right? Any kind of greens you're going to do. It looked like a lot to start, but it's going to cook down. So now we're just going to add the rest of the We're going to add the rest of the greens, get those in there, and we're going to add the rest of the wine too. So if you wouldn't mind pouring that in,
got the wine,
that would be awesome.
My first original half, my second.
This time, all of it.
Oh, just go straight in.
That's it, right in.
Don't be delicate with it.
That's it.
Don't be delicate. Just
no. So now what I'm doing is I'm bringing the stuff that's mostly cooked, right, up to the top. Let that help steam the guys that still need a little more love, right? And that's it. So we're going to let these guys sit, and then we're going to season up with a little bit of salt and pepper, some grated cheese, give it a mix, and then we're going to eat. All right. So again, see how much that cooked down, right? Now all of it's in there.
Delicious. And you can smell all the flavors, the garlic, everything that's in there. It's just like, oh my gosh. I wish
it's all had time to steep and cook down. We're going to give that a quick toss, and then if you would like to add a little bit of cheese.
As much as you want? Oh, okay.
More, within reason, right?
So let me get crazy. Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, it's going to be pretty hot. It's been cooking a while. We've got some tasting forks and spoons there.
We'll do a little blow, a little cooling.
You think? You ready?
A little bit. Here we go.
All right.
Hold on. You're better at this than me. Look, you got it. Okay.
I might be a little hungrier, that's all. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Go.
Wow. That is 10 different kinds of delicious. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Awesome, thank you.
Wow, thank you for, of course, doing this with us. Oh my gosh, if you want to get into the mix of all this mess of greens, Italian style, you can go to our website, mycarolinatoday.com.